Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video is brought to us by Patreon supporter Oton. Huge thanks to Oton and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Oton reached out asking for a Mutate deck built around Netheroi Apex of Death with a budget of about $400. But before we get started, I'd like to quickly ask you to like and subscribe. It really does help the channel and it's free. With that out of the way, let's get into the video. Netheroi Apex of Death is a 5-mana 5/5 legendary cat nightmare beast with Death Touch and Lifelink. We can also mutate Netheroi for 7 mana. Whenever Netheroi mutates, we return any number of target creatures with total power 10 or less from our graveyard to the battlefield. So we want ways to fill our graveyard, and we also want Scourge of the Skyclaves. Why is this specific card so important? For the most part, you cannot have negative power or toughness on a creature. However, Scourge of the Skyclaves says otherwise. It has a specific ruling that says it can have negative power and toughness. Additionally, the ability that defines Scourge of the Skyclaves' power and toughness applies in all zones, not just the battlefield. For those of us who don't remember, negative numbers subtract from the total. So if we mutate Netheroi and Scourge of the Skyclaves is not in our graveyard, we can bring back up to 10 power worth of creatures. But if someone at the table has 40 life total, we can bring back up to 30 total power worth of creatures. That's kind of insane, so this card becomes a key part of our strategy. Getting back to what we want to do, we want mutate abilities, creatures to mutate onto, and maybe a few creatures with low or zero power but enter the battlefield with +1/+1 counters. But before we get to our deck list, we should keep in mind our checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, 1 sudden I win card. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Marsh Flats, Verdant Catacombs, Windswept Heath, Arid Mesa, Polluted Delta, Misty Rainforest, Indatha Triome, Godless Shrine, Overgrown Tomb, Temple Garden, Vault of Champions, Undergrowth Stadium, Bountiful Promenade, Shattered Sanctum, Deathcap Glade, Overgrown Farmland, Snowfield Sinkhole, Woodland Chasm, Arctic Treeline, Sunlit Marsh, Haunted Mire, Radiant Grove, Bojuka Bog, 2 plains, 5 swamps, and 5 forests. Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, Skull Prophet, Mirari's Wake, Smothering Tithe, 3 Visits, Farseek, Sakura Tribe Elder, Cultivate, Kodama's Reach, Migratory Greathorn, Ramen-Up Excavator, Perennial Behemoth, and World Shaper make up our mana ramp package. Auspicious Starix, Wall of Omens, Mind Leecher, Toski Bearer of Secrets, Beast Whisperer, Eladamri's Call, Lifecrafter's Bestiary, Phyrexian Arena, and the Gitrog monster make up our card advantage package. Underrealm Lich, Old Stickfingers, Nyx Weaver, Old Rutstein, Stitcher's Supplier, Grizzly Salvage, Buried Alive, Gerard's Orders, and Final Parting are all there to help us fill our graveyard. Malakir Rebirth, Kaya's Ghost Form, Unburial Rites, Dread Return, Boneyard Lurker, Necropanther, Eerie Ultimatum, Sun Titan, Journey to Eternity, and Luminous Broodmoth all serve to help bring creatures back from the graveyard. Chittering Harvester, Gem Raiser, Cavern Whisperer, Dirgebat, Reclamation Sage, Mythos of Netheroi, Ravenous Chupacabra, Swords to Plowshares, D-Spark, Beast Within, Fracture, and Return to Nature serve as our spot removal package. Dune Blast, Cleansing Nova, and Single Combat help to clear the board, usually to our favor and to the detriment of our opponents. Scourge of the Skyclaves, Insatiable Hemophage, Glowstone Recluse, Cub Warden, and Craterhoof Behemoth help us close out games and smash our opponents. Now that we have our deck list, we should compare it to our checklist. 52 mana sources split between 37 lands, 1 MDFC, and 14 pieces of ramp. A little high, but it does take 7 mana to mutate Netheroi, so that's fine. 9 pieces of pure card advantage, plus 9 more ways to help fill our graveyard. 12 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, 1 sudden I win card in Craterhoof Behemoth. This deck basically has 2 paths, and I'm glad it came out this way. I don't like it when decks are all in on a single idea. Either we fill our graveyard and bring everything back with our commander or an Eerie Ultimatum and smash face, or we mutate Netheroi a bunch of times with all our other mutate creatures and blow up all our opponent's permanents and hands. Either way, we're going to smash face with this deck, which is exactly what Alton wanted. Do you have a mutate deck? Who's your commander? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. One of the tiers is specifically set up for Commander. For only $25, I will build you a custom Commander deck based around your specifications, and even do a deck video on it. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Phoenix of Ice, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Brian, Josh, Sean, Zach, and Alton. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander deck videos often, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Also, if you're a fan of anime and manga like I am, feel free to check out my other channel, Musings by Danon. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.